In this video, we're going to solve the exponential equation e to the negative 5x power is equal to 7, and we want to solve this for x. Now, since we have the e, or the exponential term, completely isolated, typically what you need to do to get a variable out of an exponent is take a log of both sides of the equation. But since we have e in this case, we're definitely going to want to take the natural log of both sides of the equation. And again, the thinking of this is if you have a logarithmic expression, you can pull the exponent of whatever's inside the log out front to become a coefficient. And in this case, that's going to bring our negative 5x out front as a coefficient. And that's just taking advantage of our power property of logarithms. And so when we do this, we will have negative 5x multiplied by the natural log of e. But the natural log of e is just 1, and so you don't even have to write that because the natural log and the e destroy each other and because they're inverse functions. So therefore, you're just going to have negative 5x on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, we'll still have our natural log of 7. And this problem, having chosen the natural log as the log we're going to take at both sides, you can see is just one step away from being solved now. Now, you would still get the right answer if you had done the LOG of both sides. You would just have had to have taken more steps to get your answer algebraically. So our one step that's left is to divide both sides by negative 5, and that's going to completely isolate our x. And so x is going to be equal to negative the natural log of 7 over 5. And that's your answer. Now, if for some reason you needed to get a decimal approximation for this, you could just plug it into your calculator. And if you do, type in negative natural log 7, and be sure to close your parentheses if you're using a graphing calculator on that, divided by 5, then you would get approximately equal to negative 0.3892. And that's just rounding to 4 decimal places. And so if you needed to get a decimal approximation, typically you're asked to go to 4 decimal places. That's what you should match up to. So you may want to check this out in your calculator and make sure that you're putting it in right, just in case you run across a question, because it would be awful for you to do the process correctly, but then just plug it into your calculator the wrong way.